John Herbert Dillinger, born on June 22, 1903, in Indianapolis, Indiana, was one of America's most notorious gangsters during the Great Depression. His life was marked by a series of bank robberies, daring escapes, and a cat-and-mouse game with law enforcement that captivated the nation. Dillinger's exploits and charismatic personality made him a folk hero to some and public enemy number one to the authorities. Dillinger grew up in a middle-class family, but his mother died when he was just 3 years old, and his father, a strict disciplinarian, struggled to control him. Dillinger became rebellious and often got into trouble with the law as a teenager. After dropping out of school, he worked a few odd jobs but quickly gravitated towards a life of crime. In 1924, he committed his first significant crime, attempting to rob a grocery store with an accomplice. This botched robbery led to his arrest and a lengthy prison sentence. While serving time at the Indiana State Reformatory and later the Indiana State Prison, Dillinger was exposed to hardened criminals who taught him the finer points of bank robbery. He became more deeply involved in the criminal underworld, forming connections that would prove invaluable after his release. During his 9 years in prison, Dillinger meticulously planned future heists with fellow inmates and vowed to pursue a life of crime upon his release. Dillinger was paroled in May 1933, a period marked by the Great Depression and widespread public disillusionment with the banking system. His timing couldn't have been more perfect for his new criminal career. Within months, he began robbing banks across Indiana and Ohio with precision and efficiency, often targeting those that people blamed for their economic hardships. His style was marked by his ability to charm bank employees and bystanders while exuding a calm yet commanding presence. His crimes were meticulously planned, and his gang used advanced techniques, such as staking out locations and using stolen cars for quick getaways. Dillinger's boldness increased with each successful robbery. In September 1933, he was arrested in Ohio, but his gang soon orchestrated his escape by smuggling guns into the jail. This jailbreak solidified Dillinger's reputation as a master criminal and escape artist. His most famous escape occurred in March 1934 when he broke out of the Lake County Jail in Crown Point, Indiana, using a wooden gun he had carved and blackened with shoe polish. The escape was widely publicized and Dillinger became a national sensation. The media dubbed him Public Enemy Number One, and the newly formed Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, took up the pursuit. Despite his growing infamy, Dillinger's luck began to run out in the summer of 1934. The FBI intensified its efforts to capture him, employing new forensic techniques and extensive informant networks. On July 22, 1934, Dillinger's criminal career came to a violent end outside the Biograph Theater in Chicago, Illinois. Betrayed by a brothel madam named Anna Sage, who became known as the Woman in Red, Dillinger was ambushed by FBI agents led by Melvin Purvis. As Dillinger exited the theater, agents closed in, and he attempted to flee but was shot and killed. His death marked the end of an era of flamboyant bank robbers and the beginning of a more systematic and professional law enforcement approach by the FBI. John Dillinger's life and death became a part of American folklore. To many, he was a Robin Hood-like figure who defied authority during a time of economic despair. His daring robberies, escapes, and tragic demise have been immortalized in numerous books, movies, and songs. Though his criminal activities were marked by violence and lawlessness, Dillinger's story continues to captivate the public imagination as a symbol of rebellion against a system perceived as corrupt and oppressive. John Dillinger's story is a fascinating chapter in American history, reflecting the complexities of a society grappling with economic hardship, disillusionment, and rapid change. His ability to evade capture and outsmart law enforcement turned him into a mythic figure, embodying both the allure and the peril of a life outside the law. While his actions were undeniably criminal, Dillinger's legend endures as a reminder of a bygone era, a time when the boundaries between hero and villain were blurred by public sentiment and the challenges of the Great Depression. His life, though short, left a lasting imprint on American culture, and his name remains synonymous with the golden age of gangsters.